Well, race number 8 is the final of the day, the Bailey's Caramel Handicap. Let's hope there's a few tasters on course because it sounds good to me. 4:40 start time, 0 to 79 rated horses over the 1400 metres. Now, we'll take a look at the past runs of Luskin Dancer, Solid Wicked Cruel, Star Risker and Striken. Other runners in the race, Woodgrain. Well, he's struggling. Last run was down the track, right down the track behind Alpine Lad. Real Halo, 2 runs in, have both been okay. Gets back and runs on, whether or not that'll be the place to be. The Peregrino Stayer Special Witness resumes. Couldn't get warm in a trial won by Bangers down there at Larkhill for Colin Pearce. Obviously he'll be needing a couple of runs to find his best. Burnsy returned to a little bit of form out of that trial behind Pure Black, and then the third behind Shipyard was good, but the Stewards report's interesting. Adrian Burns, the trainer, said, look, he wasn't happy having the horse ridden up on the pace, and he'll be ridden back in the field at his next start. 10 Pin was back, and probably in the end of the day, 2 runs back in this time and have been a little disappointing. Little Jiggy was very good up in Kalgoorlie behind Glory Hunter, really zoomed home to be second to the big fellow up there. Star Risker, second to Revy J. Before that was second to Glory Hunter. You can get a line through Glory Hunter between Little Jiggy, Star Risker and also Striken, who beat Glory Hunter last start. And you'll find that Star Risker comes out the best of those 3 versus Glory Hunter. Torrid Affair was at the trials on Tuesday and was pretty good. Heavyweight rider Shane Miller rode Torrid Affair, and Neville Parnon doesn't normally trial this horse. Wit and Wisdom here from the Goldfields at the end of a long campaign. Amber Man was down the track 4 lengths and a Gasson at York. Armadale Avenue returned a little bit of form after we rode him off after the second up failure, third behind Star Seeker. Garavani's a horse I really like. 2 wins from 8 starts. A real impressive young horse for Warren Radford. Lucas Camilleri's got the ride there. He'll have to be his best from barrier 17. And the Little Girl Yellow Moon resumes for Sharon Miller. Last start did disappoint when she pulled hard behind Lord Lonsdale. Let's go back now and take a look at the last run of Luskin Dancer.
Flirt Son, Snooper Clyde last on the fence, Morocco bound, and they're homeward bound at the 400 where Wicked Will straightened up in front, went past Life Beckons. Winfield's Farm, those got him. Here's McKeldeco, followed by Luskin Dancer. Winfield's Farm, though, down to the 200, the leader McKeldeco trying to make a race of it. Jamenka's got up near the inside. Winfield's Farm, though, holding McKeldeco with about 50 to go. Jamenka's on the fence. It's Winfield's Farm. McKeldeco's having another dip at him on the line. They split it. McKeldeco, Winfield's Farm, McKeldeco, I think a nose. McKeldeco just over Winfield's Farm in a tight one. Third, Jamenka, followed home by either Danicolada, Luskin Dancer or Wicked Will.
Well, that was a 2,000 metre event, Marty. She ran 4th. I spoke to trainer Arthur Mortimer during the week. He said she's just not racing like a real stayer at the moment. So he's dropped her back to the 1400 to try and, I guess, put a bit more speed into her legs and just further conditioning. But in the space of 7 days, 2,000 back to 14, I'd prefer to watch.
Yeah, that will be a good training performance. But yeah, one thing I've learned in my short term here at Perth Racing, you don't underestimate Arthur Mortimer or Luskin Dancer, because they'll both get you on looks, but they both race very well. And if you're watching in Arthur, all the best to you. Do a terrific job. Solid Wicked Cruel's last run was the midweeks. He looked home.
Solid Wicked Cruel in front on the bend. Bodsworth ran off. Everlast got into second place. Webb Ellis is joining in just behind him, looking for a run though. He's pushing it a range out of the way, and then Ready for Luck getting down the outside. He can't get out on Webb Ellis. Solid Wicked Cruel is clear, leads by 2.5 to Everlast. Ready for Luck is on the outside, very wide as Oscar Wildly. Solid Wicked Cruel in front, running on empty. Ready for Luck's got him, I'd say. Ready for Luck raced up to Solid Wicked Cruel, took the lead, and Ready for Luck has won from Solid Wicked Cruel.
Got beat just on the line, Marty, Solid Wicked Cruel. The reason he got beat is he just goes a bit too hard in his races. He runs second in the 14 following a win over the 1200. I don't really see him as a true 1400 metre horse. He's drawn wide this week. He's going to come across and get his own way out in front. But just reefs and tears a little bit too much for my liking. I'd prefer to see him back at 1200. Although I'm a big fan of the stables, and Brett Pope, he does a good job of him.
Does he ever? Good young trainer on the way up. Well, here's Star Risker's last performance. It was behind Revy J.
Trying to track it forward from Star Risker, and James the Jet is going to look for a run in the straight. Racing inside the 400. Revy J in front. My Point's put under the whip. Then Impeccable Night. Desert Ace is trying to join in. Star Risker is getting a split now and starting to run on. And then Urban Spirit, but Revy J booted right away from them. 2 lengths in front. Make that 3 lengths now. 2 Star Risker running to second. Desert Ace is on the outside. Urban Spirit, My Point struggling from James the Jet. But it's all Revy J. And Revy J bolts in, wins by 2 1/4 to Star Risker.
He's run 2 good races now, this preparation, Star Risker, and looking at him before and after the races, he's needed both of them. He's stripped a lot fitter from that first up run and probably raced a little bit flat second up. I reckon he's going to strip a lot fitter from that. He's nearly there, Star Risker.
Yeah, I think he's going to give you a really good... 2 things with Star Risker. Johnny Clayton goes on, and he's a barrier horse that's drawn barrier 4. And he'll give you a wonderful sight. Now, here's Striken's last stride victory over Glory Hunter last Saturday.
In a nice spot nearing the turn from Z-Link, then Saracen Moon and Original Lover. Glory Hunter about a half length on Larescapade under the whip on straightening. Mr. President's a length and a half away, and then Divine Star striking, warming to the task, but Glory Hunter the horse to run down at the 150, clear of Divine Star striking the outside. It's Glory Hunter striking is levelling up with him. Glory Hunter striking coming away, striking Glory Hunter kicks on the inside. They hit the line. Oh, it's a tight one, a bobber. Glory Hunter might be a no striking, but gee, it could go either way.
Well, he got the money, Marty. He was going to win by a length and a half. He turned it up a little bit late. The horse has won his race. He's in form. 2 good runs this preparation. He's a very tricky one to follow. And can he do it again? It's going to take a good ride from a wide draw.
Just on your comments on Solid Wicked Cruel as you have a look at selections here in the last one, going with him, just because he's now had that run at 1,400 metres, 9, those Star Riskers, the big danger for mine. And it'll be a case of backing one, saving the other. 6, Burnsy, if he can be sort of just midfield, not too further back than that. And watch for the run of 15, Garavani. I just think he's probably the horse to take out of this race.
I've gone with number 11, Torrid Affair, Marty, to beat number 10, Striken, number 4, Solid Wicked Cruel, to run 3rd, and to run 4th, I wouldn't mind throwing in number 3, Real Halo. His few runs this preparation have been good. He does get back and make his own trouble a little bit in races, but I think he's knocking on the door.
Right, before we take a break and come back with our best bets, let me tell you all about one of the best bets, and that's www.westosracing.com.au. And don't forget, October 18 will be the launch of the new website, perthracing.com.au. West Oz Racing will continue on until then. It's done a terrific job, this site, but the revamped site's definitely got its measure. So log on now to perthracing.com.au. Remember to use the old site for all the information you need. But if you get onto the new site, there's a chance if you become a subscriber, you can win a trip for 2 to the Cox Plate at Moonee Valley.